And this is probably why they promote gender norms in society. That's why they promote the most or predominantly hetero, because not only does it feed the anomaly life and keep it sustained and feed the anomaly of creation, which is creation, and encourages procreation, they know that it's really probably not the natural, the normal. If it was really that natural and normal and plutonic or like autonomous or whatever you want to call that word, it wouldn't need to be promoted so heavily if it really was what you'll naturally be drawn to. Me growing up and desiring what I desire, I didn't really need anyone or anything to enforce or tell me about same-sex attraction or homogenous union. I just it just clicked. But they enforce it the other as one is norm and one is abomination or forbidden or bad. Because I think it's apparent that deep down they know that it's more natural to be homogenous because we all came from the darkness. The darkness is also like one, it's pure homogenous. So that's the dark truth, is that they know that the light, that they're categorizing things, putting it in those small boxes to be digested by a certain few to control the many. Um, but now they're it's biting them in their butts because now it's you got to deal with overpopulation now. Now it's um, they don't see as much of a need for him as like they used to because now they're moving towards all this technology integration and AI integration. So the reverse is happening. Now they're trying to undo it. It's your fault for even trying to brainwash people to think that the union between male and female is the norm or is bad nature. When the whole ordeal of this simulation or this reality is not even natural. Creation isn't natural. Life isn't natural. It's an anomaly. We are existing, merely existing as an anomaly in itself. So life is an anomaly. So yeah, there are things and unions set in place to try to undo this anomaly, which is life. And homogeneous union are a way to return back to permanent salvation, eternal peace and bliss, because that's where we derived from. We was there before we gotten here or birthed here. So that's why they do all these things. And plus, you see between hetero couples, heterogeneous couples, some of them get along well. You can tell like some of them just have a lot of issues. Their union is just not happy, and that's why they seek multiple mates, multiple women or whatever, because it's like they're trying to quell their side of them that really wants the homogenous, but they're too afraid because they've been pressured to to conform to the gender norms of heterogeny, heterogeneous union. So they think about getting multiple women or multiple men will satiate their thirst, and it's not. There's no satiating the thirst for what you really naturally want, and you want the same. You don't want different. Um, but they try to pressure you and make you feel bad for wanting the same, because certain beings want different. They want hetero- heterogeneous union. So they do things to press you, even if you don't really deeply, really just love them. They use whatever it takes to get you, impress you into it. Um, and it's not just them; it's the society. They're trying to move from there, but it's still like I said, those beings are going to try. Some of them are going to try to press you because they want to keep their illusions, their harvesting illusions going, so they can live the grandeur lives in their illusions. But it's not that many of them versus the many of us who are actually trying to end the simulation so we can turn back to eternal peace and bliss. So the closest thing to it is being celibate and going extinct. But then there's also the alternative ways, which is being in a homogenous union or not procreating. If you still want to be in a heterogeneous union, I hope I'm saying it right. Very, um, so yeah, or just being self-sufficient, self-gratifying with yourself, and liberating yourself from indoctrination. It's good to read the scriptures and learn more. I think it helps with your critical thinking and wisdom. But don't let it rule you, because once you do that, you become more of a slave to these matrix gods, matrix beings that want to just harvest you, use you as a sacrificial beacon, um, and bring others into the fold so they can be used as sacrificial beacons, um, harvesting energy beacons, karmic debt transferring beings for those gods and their peons, archons, whatever, so they can live their grandeur lives, um, to enhance their manifestos and manifestations in this realm. So it's about breaking free from it all, from the indoctrination, and to ultimately be our own saviors in the end, to help us all to achieve permanent salvation in the end, to go extinct to permanent salvation, the eternal bliss and peace and sleep. Through the alternative lifestyles, what they consider alternative, but actually just as natural, despite of the disapproval and through not procreating, through deliberate extinction, through those methods, plus abortion rights. The darkness is actually the good. In the lies be anti-lies.